Welcome to One Narrator, where stories come to life. Whether you're seeking adventure or intrigue, our talented storyteller has something for everyone. Sit back, relax, and let the magic of storytelling whisk you away to new worlds.
Title of the story: The Alchemist's Apprentice and the Dragon's Lament. In the emerald embrace of the Whisperwood, nestled amongst ancient oaks and babbling brooks, resided the quaint village of Ilara. Here, life flowed at a gentle pace, punctuated by the rhythmic clang of the blacksmith's hammer and the cheerful gossip of women at the well. But beneath this serene facade, a subtle unease had settled. Whispers of a shadow creeping from the north, a monstrous creature with fire in its belly and fury in its heart, reached Ilara's doorstep. This was no ordinary beast. It was Ignis, the last of the fire dragons, a creature of legend spoken of only in hushed tones and fireside tales. Ilara's sole hope rested on Elias, a young man with eyes the colour of twilight and a mop of unruly brown hair. Elias wasn't a seasoned warrior, nor a cunning strategist. He was the apprentice of Ilara's most peculiar resident, Master Alwyn, a wizened alchemist with a beard that rivaled the moss on the village well for greenness and a love for potions that often resembled a bubbling cauldron of chaos. Elias, however, possessed an insatiable curiosity and a mind as sharp as the alchemist's tools. He spent his days meticulously grinding herbs, studying ancient scrolls, and assisting Master Alwyn in his eccentric experiments. The news of Ignis's approach sent a tremor through Ilara. The villagers, once secure in their idyllic haven, were gripped by fear. The blacksmith hammered war axes with renewed fervour, while mothers clutched their children close. Master Alwyn, however, remained unfazed. His eyes twinkled with an almost manic glint as he rummaged through his cluttered laboratory, muttering incantations under his breath. One crisp morning, Master Alwyn summoned Elias to his chambers. The air hung heavy with the pungent aroma of exotic spices and simmering concoctions. Elias found his master hunched over a workbench, meticulously arranging vials of shimmering liquids. "Elias!" Master Alwyn rasped, his voice laden with urgency. "Ignis is a creature of immense power, but even the fiercest flame can be doused." He gestured towards a vial filled with a swirling emerald liquid. "This, my boy, is the Dragon's Lament, a concoction brewed with the tears of a moonflower bloom and the whispers of a forgotten wind. It shall calm the dragon's fury, quell its fire, and perhaps even forge a fragile peace." Elias's heart hammered against his ribs. Handing over the vial felt like entrusting the fate of Ilara into a fragile bottle. "But, Master," he stammered, "how can I reach the dragon? It is a creature of myth, of legend." Master Alwyn chuckled, a dry, rasping sound. "Fear not, Elias. Legend also speaks of the Dragon's Tear, a hidden lake nestled deep within the Whisperwood, said to hold the power to summon the mighty creature. Find the lake, appease the dragon with the lament, and you may yet save our village." Thus began Elias's extraordinary journey. Armed with the Dragon's Lament, a knapsack filled with provisions, and a heart brimming with trepidation and resolve, he ventured into the heart of the Whisperwood. The forest floor was a tapestry of fallen leaves, sunlight dappling through the emerald canopy. An unsettling silence hung in the air, broken only by the rustle of unseen creatures and the nervous chirping of birds. Days morphed into weeks as Elias navigated the labyrinthine pathways of the forest. He deciphered cryptic clues from aged scrolls, battled overgrown brambles, and sought solace in the gentle murmur of hidden streams. Each rustle and snap of a twig sent shivers down his spine, for the Whisperwood held secrets both beautiful and terrifying. One afternoon, just as despair threatened to engulf him, Elias stumbled upon a clearing bathed in an ethereal glow. In the centre stood a lake, its surface as smooth as polished glass, shimmering with an otherworldly emerald hue. This, he knew without a doubt, was the Dragon's Tear. As Elias approached the lake, the ground trembled beneath his feet. A guttural roar, filled with a primal rage, echoed through the trees. A colossal shadow stretched across the clearing, blotting out the sun. Ignis, the fire dragon, emerged from the forest, its scales the colour of molten lava, its eyes burning with an infernal fire. Elias stood frozen, the vial of Dragon's Lament clutched tightly in his hand. He braced himself for the dragon's fiery wrath, for the fiery demise that awaited him. However, Ignis did not attack. Instead, it lowered its head, its fiery breath scorching the ground before him. Gathering his courage, Elias spoke. His voice, though trembling, resonated with sincerity. He spoke of Elara, of its peaceful inhabitants, and the fear that gripped their hearts. He explained Master Alwyn's concoction, the dragon's lament, not as a weapon, but as a plea for understanding. Elias spoke of coexistence, of a chance for a truce between the dragon and the village. The dragon remained silent, its eyes burning into Elias like embers. After an eternity that stretched into mere moments, Ignis let out a long, mournful sigh. Smoke billowed from its nostrils, and its mighty frame seemed to sag with a weariness that belied its immense power. "Peace," it rumbled, its voice a deep tremor in the earth, "is a forgotten language to one who has known only violence." The dragon's gaze softened, a flicker of sadness replacing the fiery rage. "Tell me, young one, what drove me from my slumber? Why does fear taint the air of the forest?" Elias recounted the tale of the encroaching human settlements, their insatiable hunger for land and resources. He spoke of the dwindling forests, the poisoned rivers, and the vanishing wildlife, victims of human greed. Ignis listened intently, its anger simmering anew. "They destroy what they cannot understand," the dragon roared, its voice echoing through the clearing. "They forget that the forest breathes the air they breathe, nourishes the water they drink, and holds the very essence of life itself." A tense silence descended upon the clearing. Then, surprisingly, Ignis let out a low, mournful chuckle. "Perhaps," it rumbled, a hint of resignation in its voice, "it is time for a different kind of fire. Not one of destruction, but of awakening." Elias, emboldened by the shift in the dragon's demeanour, stepped forward. He uncorked the vial of Dragon's Lament and held it out towards the dragon. "This," he said, "is an offering of peace, a plea for understanding." Ignis lowered its head, sniffing at the vial. A gentle breeze rustled through the clearing, carrying the scent of the Dragon's Lament, a concoction brewed not with fear, but with respect and empathy. Slowly the dragon opened its colossal maw, and with a gentle rasp of its tongue, it lapped up the shimmering liquid. A wave of serenity washed over the clearing. The dragon's fiery aura dimmed, replaced by a luminescence soft and ethereal. Elias watched in awe as the creature closed its eyes, a guttural rumble escaping its chest. In that moment it seemed as though the dragon was not a fearsome beast, but a sorrowful soul burdened by a forgotten past. When Ignis opened its eyes again, a new resolve burned within them. It let out a mighty roar, not of rage, but of purpose. The clearing vibrated with its power, and a sense of understanding settled upon Elias. The dragon wasn't just accepting peace, it was vowing to become its champion. Elias returned to Elara not just alive, but victorious. News of his encounter with Ignis spread like wildfire, fear replaced by cautious hope. The villagers, initially apprehensive, were surprised when the dragon emerged from the Whisperwood, not as a destroyer, but as a protector. Under the watchful gaze of Ignis, a unique pact was formed between humans and dragons. Elara pledged to respect the forest, to learn from its wisdom and protect its delicate balance. In turn, Ignis would safeguard the village from any encroaching danger, reminding them of the delicate balance between humanity and nature. Elias, the once timid alchemist's apprentice, became a bridge between the two worlds. He learned the language of dragons, their ancient wisdom and deep connection to the natural world. He became a symbol of understanding, a testament to the power of empathy and courage in the face of fear. Years passed, and Elara flourished under the dragon's protection. The once idyllic village transformed into a beacon of harmony, a testament to the coexistence of humans and mythical creatures. The Whisperwood thrived, its secrets safeguarded by the fiery guardian and the young alchemist who dared to speak peace to a dragon. One crisp evening, as Elias sat by the dragon's tear, gazing at the fiery reflection of Ignis in the still water, the dragon landed beside him. Its scales, once marred by battle scars, now gleamed with a newfound purpose. "Young one," Ignis rumbled, its voice gentler than ever before, "you have shown me that even the fiercest fire can be tempered with understanding. You have taught me the forgotten language of peace." Elias smiled, a warmth spreading through him. "And you, great Ignis," he replied, looking into the dragon's ancient eyes, "have shown me that even the deepest rage can be quelled by compassion." As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and red, Elias and Ignis sat in comfortable silence. The dragon's tear shimmer reflected the bond they shared, a testament to a unique friendship forged in the heart of the Whisperwood. The once fearful whispers about dragons had transformed into tales of respect and coexistence, a legacy that Elias, the Alchemist's apprentice, and Ignis, the last fire dragon, had woven together. The story of Elias and Ignis spread beyond the borders of Elara, reaching the ears of other human settlements. It served as a beacon of hope, a reminder that the path to peace often lay not in violence, but in understanding and empathy. Slowly, a shift began to occur. Humans started re-evaluating their relationship with nature. The relentless pursuit of expansion gave way to a newfound respect for the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Forests were no longer seen as mere resources to be exploited, but as vital lungs of the planet. This change, however, wasn't without its challenges. There were those who clung to the old ways, who saw dragons as nothing more than monstrous beasts to be conquered. They fueled the flames of fear and distrust, seeking to exploit the natural resources for their own gain. Elias, along with other like-minded individuals, became ambassadors for peace. They travelled from village to village, sharing the story of Elara and Ignis. They spoke of the importance of coexistence, of the delicate balance between humans and nature. They used their knowledge and skills to develop sustainable practices, demonstrating that humans could thrive without destroying the very environment that sustained them. The journey wasn't easy. There were setbacks, moments of doubt and despair. But Elias persevered, fueled by the unwavering belief he shared with Ignis that even the deepest-rooted prejudices could be overcome. One scorching summer, a monstrous fire erupted on the outskirts of Elara. The flames, fueled by a long period of drought and human negligence, threatened to engulf the village. Panic gripped the villagers as they watched the inferno approach, but just as despair threatened to consume them, a colossal shadow blotted out the sun. Ignis, alerted by Elias, soared through the smoke-filled sky. With a mighty roar, it unleashed a torrent of water, drenching the flames and pushing them back. The villagers watched in awe as the dragon battled the inferno, its fiery breath now used to extinguish the flames, not to ignite them. The fire, once a symbol of destruction, became a tool of salvation in the dragon's powerful claws. The fire was eventually contained, leaving behind a trail of charred vegetation and a stark reminder of human folly. But as the villagers surveyed the damage, a newfound determination flickered in their eyes. They understood, more than ever before, the importance of protecting the forest, their protector. With Elias's guidance and Ignis's watchful gaze, Elara embarked on a journey of healing. They replanted trees, restored the scorched earth, and implemented sustainable practices to ensure such a disaster wouldn't befall them again. The once idyllic village transformed into a model of ecological responsibility, a testament to the power of unity and respect for nature. Years turned into decades, and Elias, once a young and eager apprentice, matured into a wise and respected leader. The legend of Elara and Ignis continued to inspire generations, a constant reminder that peace can bloom even in the most unlikely places. The once fearful whispers about dragons had morphed into tales of courage, wisdom, and the unwavering bond between a young man and a magnificent creature. One starlit night, as Elias sat by the dragon's tear, gazing at the reflection of the ageless Ignis, a sense of peace settled over him. He knew that the fight for harmony between humans and nature was far from over, but he also knew that the embers of hope he had helped ignite would continue to burn bright, a testament to the extraordinary journey of the Alchemist's apprentice and the last fire dragon.